What's going on, everybody? So, I had this topic in mind, as you can see uh, by the video title, but I was just getting, pulling some stuff up on the other screen to uh, to show y'all, but it uh, it turned out to be a bust. It wasn't what I thought. So, I do have the phone hooked up, and I'll put that phone number up shortly. So, I was thinking today, it's like, man, boy, if only I would have known when 410A was $80 a jug last year. And man, I would have just stacked up on it. I mean, I would have filled my storage shed full of it. Now we're paying like 450 a jug, and that's plus tax. And I was thinking, man, I wonder if anybody buys their 410 or other gases, freons, refrigerants, whatever you want to call it, uh, online. And I started looking, so I typed in 410A on Google and stuff, and jugs were coming up for like $200, $300, and I was like, holy crap, and I clicked on it, and it was some legit websites, and so I was like, man, I should do a live stream about this. This would be very interesting for people to call in and talk about. But so but come to find out, I was just looking again to get ready to share the screen and show y'all. They're 10 and 5-pound jugs. I didn't catch that at first. They had a jug. One website had a jug for $215. And I was like, man, and I was just looking at that, and it's a 5-pound jug. And then another website had it for like $315, and it was a 10-pound jug. So that's my mistake. So it kind of, so I typed in 25-pound jug while I was sitting in here, getting ready to go live. And it's just as expensive as what we're paying at the supply houses. So, yeah, so don't buy into that, $200 a jug, $300 a jug. It's because it's 5 and 10-pound jugs. It's not a 25-pound jug of 410A. So I guess what we'll do is we'll kind of, because I'm curious to know, we'll flip topics here. Well, not flip topics. We're going to stay on 410A and refrigerant toppings on the topping, but I'd like to know what you guys are charging a pound for 410A. And I mean, you can put it in the chat, but I'd really like people to call in. You don't have to stay on the phone long. Just tell us who you are, where you're from, and are you in business for yourself or do you work for somebody? And how much are you guys charging a pound? If you don't have to tell me who you work for if you work for somebody else, because I know they wouldn't want y'all putting that out there, but you can just say your first name, tell us where you're from. We got a phone call coming in already. We'll answer that here in just a second. And tell us how much you're charging a pound for 410A and other stuff. Hello. Hello. Is anybody there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I'm sorry, I had the wrong knob turned up. Who are we talking?
Who
are we talking to?
We're charging $95 a pound.
Okay, and who are we talking to?
This is Robert.
Self-employed?
Company owner.
Company owner.
VRF Mechanical Solutions.
Where are you located at?
Yes, sir. White House, Texas.
You're in Texas. Okay, and you're charging $95 a pound for 410A.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm looking to find out, because I'm charging $80, so it sounds like I need to go up. What are you paying a jug before tax?
Ooh, I couldn't tell you, brother. Right now, I think down here everything's about $450
Yeah.
$475.
I'm paying $450 plus tax.
And what I was told was that all the chemicals to make up your 400 series refrigerants are coming from China, and that they're having a shortage on, so all your 400 series refrigerants, have gone real high. 407C, same thing here. Basically you're going to spend $500 going to supply house to get a drum of refrigerant.
Absolutely. And that's R22 replacements as well, because they're all 400 series. What do you use to replace 22, or do you still buy R22?
Oh no, I don't. I haven't bought R22 in a long time. I prefer 407C.
Okay. So what do you do with a mineral oil system?
Well, with 407C, you can actually add, if you look it up with 407C, you can add, I believe it's 18 to 25% POE oil.
That's correct. I've done that. I've done that before. So that's what you do.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If you go to
what the problem is, okay. Well, the problem with the 407C and mineral oil is it will make the oil start to foam.
Well, it does. Yeah, 407C will not carry mineral oil back to the compressor.
That's correct, and it will make it foam, and we'll basically blow it out of the compressor.
Right, because I have done the adding. I don't remember what it was. I think it was 20% of whatever the compressor called. Like if the compressor has 20 ounces, you put 20% of that, 15 to 20%. And all the ones that I've done it to, and I've done it to a handful of systems, and knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with them. Are you having good luck?
I'm having good luck with it. Now I'll tell you what I won't do.
Okay.
It really doesn't bother me on a package unit or a unit with a real short
line set. Got you.
Yes. Now, if I've got a 50-foot line set, that bothers me. I do like to use the MO99 in that case.
I got you.
But the capacity loss on the MO99, there's not as much of a capacity loss on the 407C.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree that 407C is the best one. But let me ask you this question, and then we'll let you go and we'll take another caller. But what do you do if you go to somebody's house and the pressure is just low enough to where it may only need a pound or two of R22?
Okay, if we go and it needs a pound or two of R22, we will recover it, and then we will put a 407 sticker on it and charge it with 407.
So you just pretty much tell the customer, look, I don't have R22 because it's gone. We're going to have to pull your refrigerant out, pull a vacuum, and convert you over to 407C, and you charge them for however many pounds the system takes.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
and
correct.
how's that going for you?
Pretty good. A lot of all your Copelands, anytime you have an E in the model number of the compressor, you've got POE oil.
Correct.
So if we're doing a compressor change out on our 22 system that looks very, very good, or it be a package unit,
right?
It's very simple, because we're already set up for it.
Yeah, you're already set up. Yeah, that's a non-issue. I just mean if you go, to a system that has mineral, and the customer's like, look, I know it's old and I've had to put Freon in it every year. That's all I can afford to do. So basically your option is you tell them, look, R22 is gone. We got to take it all out and put a replacement in there.
That's correct.
Okay.
MO99, they require, if I remember right, they want Schrader valves changed. They go through a big,
it's a recommendation, but with 407C or MO99 or NU22B, all these other ones that are out there, you don't have to change anything.
No.
You don't have to change metering devices, none of that stuff. So, well, look, man, we appreciate the call. Thank you for calling in and telling us how you do it.
Yes, sir. You have a great day.
You too. Well, that was interesting. Top off R22 with 407C. I hope you're not serious. If you are serious, please call the phone number. I would love to hear that. But I appreciate that. Thanks for the love on the flag. But with this new webcam, I should look like a lot more HD to everybody. This is a 4K webcam. I can actually move my Trump flag up now and hang some more stuff. And I'm going to cover backwards. I'm going to cover this window on my door and cover this with something too decorative. The numbers on the screen, buddy. It's literally going across the bottom of the screen. Please, I would love another caller. I would love somebody else to call in and let's talk about let's talk about, do you work for yourself? Do you work for somebody? How much do you sell 410A a pound for? What is your preferred R22 refrigerant replacement choice? Kind of like we just talked to with the guy that, hey, I'm sorry, buddy, I can't remember your name. The guy in Texas that just called. Thank you for calling in, man. That was some really good information. Really, really good information. Somebody else, please call. I mean, don't be shy. There's nothing to be shy about. Again, if you work for somebody, you don't have to give your your last name. All right. It looks like we got us a caller. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how we doing?
Doing great. How about you, John?
Oh, I can't complain. Who are we talking to?
Talking to Austin.
Austin. In the chat?
Austin Cowan from the chat. Yes, sir.
With the green A logo next to your name?
No, sir.
Oh,
different Austin.
Okay. Well, where are you from?
Harrison, Arkansas.
Okay. Are you self-employed or do you work for somebody?
No, sir. I work for a small outfit. We're a 3-man crew.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to. Whoever's beeping in from New Jersey, if you could just wait till I'm done with this guy, I'll be, and you can call back. You don't have to say the name of your company or nothing like that. What are y'all charging a pound for 410A?
Well, you won't believe it. And I told my boss the other day, I said, I think we might be the lowest in the nation.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this.
We're charging 45.
Oh my God. No, I mean, I'm getting 80. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No kidding.
So, what is y'all's preferred R22 replacement refrigerant?
Well, I know I'm going to get crap for it, but we use 422B.
422B, that's NU22, correct?
Yes, sir. That's what it is.
Okay. So y'all choose that one. That way you don't have to do like the last caller said and add oil and all that. So let me ask you this. Same question I asked him. You go to somebody's house and they're not that low. They only need, maybe a pound or two. What I mean, are y'all topping it off with NU22 or are y'all doing like he said and saying, ma'am or sir, R22 is gone? I mean, we can still get it, but it is ridiculously expensive right now. We have to pull all your refrigerant out. We have to pull all the existing R22 refrigerant out and replace it with a, R22 replacement. Or I mean, don't be afraid to say it. It's not your choice. You work for somebody. Or do y'all top it off with the NU22B? B.
No, we don't top it off.
Okay.
We tell them, we can pull it out, and I try to find the leak. I have an Infocon,
of course,
leak detector.
But let's, and everybody's going to say that I try to find the leak, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but let's talk, because we do have those customers, that are, I know it's got a leak, but it only takes a pound or two every year. I can't afford to, do that right now. So y'all are still going to tell them, okay, well, that's fine. We don't have to change anything, but we do got to pull this R22 out and put a replacement.
Right. And that's exactly what we do. And I do give them the option of leak stop, and I do tell them that, it's about a 50-50 shot. It may fix it. If it's a pinhole, it might fix it.
Right.
It might not,
I do not give the leak stop option because I don't believe in it. I've seen it gum up compressors, TXVs. I've seen it kill compressors.
Right.
So yeah, that's That's very interesting. And how much are y'all charging a pound for the NU22?
40.
40 a pound. And y'all are paying how much? Okay, how much y'all paying a jug for 410A before tax?
I think it's around 450.
That's where I'm at. And what about the NU22? Around the same price, correct?
I think it's running about 420.
Y'all are too low on that one too.
Yeah, I know we are. I told my boss Monday that we was, but
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the call in, man. It was really nice to hear another, how y'all do it. Thank you for taking the time to call in.
you bet. Thanks for answering.
Okay, bud. All right. Well, so that's 2 in a row where now one guy used the 407C with the oil method, but his company uses NU22B and they do the same thing. They go to somebody's house that's low. They tell them, look, R22, it is available, but hell, if I bought R22, we'd have to sell it for $300 a pound. And so they pretty much tell them, we're going to remove the existing R22 that you have and put a replacement charge in it, which is, not bad. You can make good money doing that if you do a couple of those a day. Okay, the guy from New Jersey's calling again. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Who are we talking to?
This is Matt from New Jersey.
Matt from New Jersey. So self-employed or you work for somebody?
No, I work for somebody.
Okay, well you don't have to say who. So what are y'all charging a pound for 410A?
128.
128. Yeah, that I figured up in New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about R22? Y'all still got 20? Y'all still do 22 or y'all use a replacement?
We have about 95 pounds of R22 left.
Okay.
We're trying to use it up. We do a lot of commercial and industrial.
Okay.
So, it kind of goes by quick. After this, though, boss said no more. We charge about $220 a pound of R22.
Okay. I'm sorry, how much a pound?
$220. $220. Yeah.
So what is going to be y'all's replacement?
Oh, well, we still do replacements now. We use MO99 if they don't want to convert the oil and do more labor intensive stuff to 407C. We tried 422B. We don't really like that. We tried 427A. We didn't really like that.
Okay.
The go-to really, like everyone else is saying, is 407C. That's my honest opinion too. Yeah.
407C is the way to go. I think I've pretty much made up my mind. I was thinking about this today. But that's why I did this live stream. I was like, man, I'm going to have to start telling people, look, you're low on Freon. If you want to keep this unit, we're going to have to take the existing 22 out and replace it with a replacement. Is that what y'all are? Well, no, y'all still have 22. So for y'all's residential customers, y'all still doing top offs.
Yeah, for the most part, it really just comes down to the customer itself, like sometimes, believe it or not, I'll grab my jug of 22 and they'll kind of just stop me and they'll just be like, you know what? I'm not going to keep on sinking money into this.
Correct. So
yeah, it really comes down to them.
After y'all do run out of 22 is on residential, do y'all do any residential or no?
Yeah, we do residential.
Okay. So would y'all tell the customer, look, 22, we can get it, but it's over $300 a pound or whatever, or, whatever you would say. We got to pull, you're low on Freon. So we got to pull the existing R22 out and replace it with a R22 replacement. Is that what y'all are going to do in the future?
Yeah. Most of the time that's what we do. I've done that before too. Some customers if it's really low, we're talking, I don't know. Obviously, it's hard to tell how much it's going to need, 4 pounds, 5 pounds on a big system.
Right.
Yeah. But, and then, it'll be like a $300 cost difference if I just take it out, add some POE oil, change the filter dryer, and do the vacuum and add the 407C, and it'll be a few $100 difference, and they'll want to do that. So we give them options. There's some companies by me, most companies by me don't use R22. So they'll call us up and they'll say, yeah, I had another company here. They just tried to sell me a new unit, blah, blah, blah. And here we are.
Right. Now, what nobody, and there's people out there doing it. Now, I don't know if anybody will call in and admit it, but there are a lot of people topping off R22 with NU22B, with MO99. I even know people
my old boss used to do that.
I even know people doing it with 407C. I mean,
Yeah.
so
My old boss used to do that. He was like a refrigeration guy, real
Right.
old school guy. I mean, it doesn't matter old school or not, but no, he was a character and a half. He used to
now,
go and get the MO99 and just dump it right into it on an
wow.
R22 system.
Now,
And it would be like the most stupidest thing ever. It's
Right.
like he's like trying to like convert the PT and like he doesn't know which one to go to, R22 for
I mean, that's what I'm
MO99.
saying. I mean, what do you do on your gauges, you know?
Nothing. I mean, it's a shit show. I mean, you
Right.
kind of. I mean, I kind of just walk away, or I just. I mean, I left that company for a reason, obviously. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's just stupid stuff, really. I mean, he would like just keep on. He had the test though, so he would scroll from R438A to
Yeah.
R22 and just keep on looking back and forth.
So
And I
yeah.
mean, they're almost kind of the same, you know. But it's just you're just mixing refrigerants. It's like
Right. Right.
yeah, believe it or not, a lot of people do that.
Oh, they do. And how much are y'all charging a pound for the 407C or the others?
For 407C, it's almost the same. It's the same price as 410. We're
Okay.
doing around 120. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We get the jugs for around 450-ish.
I got you. Yep. That's what I'm paying for 410A, 450 plus tax. Well, thank you for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Take care.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Well, that one was a little different. They do some industrial, but they still have some R22. So I'm trying to find something, and let's take another caller. Look, if there's somebody out there that is topping off R22 with another refrigerant, call in. No judgment here, okay? Because I've done it with one refrigerant, and I did it at a relative's house. And I told her, if it goes out because of me, you know, I'll take care of it. I guinea pigged it at a relative's house, and the unit is still running, and I did that several years ago. All right, so we have another caller. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Well, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna put this is my bad.
Okay. Hey, whoever is calling in from Mobile, Alabama, hang up, wait till I'm done with this one, and then you can call back.
Sorry about that. I was carrying some flashing.
That's okay. Who are we talking to?
It's Brandon from Wisconsin.
Brandon from Wisconsin. Okay. So are you self-employed or you work for somebody?
No, I work for somebody.
Okay. Like I said, you don't have to say who. What are y'all paying for a jug of 410?
It's like $4.65.
Okay. And what are y'all charging a pound?
$65.
$65. Wow, y'all are low too. Okay, whoever's calling from Miami Beach, North Miami Beach, Florida, please wait till I'm done. When I have a caller on the line, please wait until I'm done before you beep in, because everybody can hear the beeping on my phone. I want you guys to call in, but wait till I'm done. Anyway, yeah, that's low. So
we also, I mean, we do this flat, not normal like flat rate like everybody else does, but we're charging like $92 just to adjust the refrigerant. So you got to take that into account too, I guess.
Right. Okay. And what about R22? I'm assuming y'all don't use it.
$200 a pound.
Oh, y'all do have it.
Well, we have a couple jugs left. I don't know if they said they're going to buy any more. They might just buy one jug at a time and have to share it.
Oh, wow. Just to do top offs.
Well, so yeah, we don't do very many top offs on 22 systems. So around here, our cooling season ain't that long.
Oh, that's true.
And a lot of the times, I'd say I've been doing this almost 20 years. I've replaced 0 compressors in residential units. Let's put it that way.
Wow. Okay.
In non-warranty situations, anyway.
Okay.
But at where I work, I mean, I'm not really agreeing with this, but it's what the boss says. We have to put every time we find a leaky system, we got to put that leak seal stuff in the UV dye.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's another charge. It just makes it really prohibitively expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's like, I think we charge $150 for that.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's very interesting, man. Hey, thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye. You too. Bye.
All right. If those other two people that were beeping in want to call, now's the chance for you to call in. All right. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, brother?
All right. How you doing?
Good, good. I just got home. I'm still in my truck, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, who are we talking to?
Jack from Miami.
Okay.
Miami, Florida.
To the guy from Mobile, this guy beat you. So wait till we hang up with him, and then you're next. I'll only answer the phone for the Mobile, Alabama guy next. Okay. I'm sorry. What is your name again?
Jack.
Jack. And you're from where?
Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. That's right. Okay. What are you guys charging a pound for 410A?
I mean, it kind of depends. Like our tenants, we charge the landlords $85 a pound, but if our upper class clientele, we're charging like 145, 150.
Okay. Okay. So y'all are giving a discount to people that give y'all multiple houses.
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of condo buildings. We got a lot of clogged drain lines, like older buildings that just have terrible plumbing. So
okay,
there's we got to deal with that, and we always kind of give the landlords a break.
Got you. How much are y'all paying for a jug of Freon? 410.
Still over $400.
Yeah, I'm paying $450 plus tax.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I was at a supply house the other day, and this guy came up to me. He's like, "You're actually buying that shit?" Yeah.
So, R22, still using it or no?
No, we're using 407C.
Okay. So same method that the other guy said earlier, like putting a percentage of POE and then filling it up with 407.
Yeah, well, we recover the R22 that's in
right
there, and then we pull a vacuum and then use 407.
Yeah, but what if it has mineral oil in it?
That's I know
it's not. I know it's not your call. So basically, what you're saying is, y'all are just letting it ride like that.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, again, nobody's going to judge you. I'm not judging you. You're not the boss. But you know, y'all are going to have some failures because 407C will not carry mineral oil back to the compressor unless you add some POE to it to help it out.
Definitely. I mean, we kind of anticipate. So we especially do that with the tenants and the landlords, because if the compressor goes out or if they have like a major repair, we need to do a new install. So it's kind of like they're all Goodmans anyway, and a lot of them leak from their front return Goodmans primarily. So they love to leak an air handler, and I mean when they start leaking, it's like, and hey, we can change the evaporator coil, we can do the air handler only, and then a lot of times it'll just be in a whole change out with the condenser as well.
Right. So y'all are not topping off R22 with 407C, right?
No, we don't do that.
So basically, you go to somebody's house and they can't really afford to do anything. Then they say, "Oh, it only needs a pound or two every year." Y'all tell them the same thing that the other guys have said. Look, 22 is gone, or it is available, but it costs $1,000 a pound or whatever. You tell them, we got to take we got to take the remaining R22 out of your system and replace it with a replacement. Is that what y'all do?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, in that situation, personally, my pay is largely commission. So in that scenario, I just try to sell a new unit.
No, absolutely. I agree. I mean, I always tell the customer the same thing, is look, it's time to look into a new system, or, at least the air handler, and because we're mostly air handlers here, or at least change the coil if the coil is available for the air handler, and then we'll do the conversion. But again, if you got somebody that just doesn't have that kind of money, can't get approved for financing, that's what y'all do.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. And what are y'all charging a pound for 407C?
We do 125, 130, depending.
Okay.
It's always different, because I essentially make the prices. Like my boss has like set points, and like, I can go above or below depending on the situation. If I go above, I get a certain percentage of that. So there's always incentives,
Right.
Someone's kind of broke and they're a nice person, I'm going to go below, but
right.
it's always different,
I understand. Well, thank you for taking the time to call in. I appreciate it.
Definitely no problem. Take care, brother.
Okay, you too. Okay, so that company, not the guy that called in, but his boss chooses not to put the guy that's calling from Tyler, Texas right now. I promised the guy from Mobile, Alabama that I would answer his call first. So you call next. The guy from Tyler, Texas that's calling right now. Please hang up. Let the guy from Mobile, Alabama call in because he's been trying to get through, and then I will speak to you. I promise. So the guy from Mobile, if you're still watching, come on, brother. I'm waiting on your number to pop up. So his boss chooses not to add POE to the 407C conversion, which is not smart. Again, not the guy's fault that called. But that's not good. All right, there's our guy from Mobile, Alabama. Hey, bud, we finally got you through.
Yes, yeah.
Who we talking?
Malcolm.
Who we talking to? Malcolm?
Yeah, it's Malcolm.
All right, and obviously you're from Alabama.
Yes, from Alabama.
Self-employed or work for somebody?
Oh, I don't know. I do property management is what I do.
Okay.
And
but
I've been doing.
So, but you do HVAC for them?
I do what?
You do heat and air for them?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, are you saying that you do work for a property management company, or you actually work for a property management company?
Let's not be that I own the place, right?
Well, you cut out on us. Say that again.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it could be that I own the place. You know.
Okay.
Let's not go into any distinction like that.
Okay.
But I sure like your Trump banner there. That looks really good.
I appreciate that.
Look good. Nice photographs there on video with there. But tell you what I'm doing. That and off. I've been topping them off with the NU22.
NU22. So you've been topping off R22 systems with NU22?
Yes, been doing it for years and haven't had any trouble with it whatsoever.
Hey,
I still got a couple of drums of 22 around.
Right.
The real stuff, but I don't use it.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad you. Thanks for having the nerve to call in and admit that you do that. Some people wouldn't do that, but because I know it's being done.
Well, in your area, it's probably the salt and pepper gets put on the mashed potatoes a little different than what it is here, but it's very popular in this area to do that. A lot of people have a great deal of experience with it. It is not an unheard of thing. And
no, it's definitely not unheard of. It's frowned upon, but it's not unheard of.
Yeah, I maybe it's frowned on.
It's definitely frowned upon.
Well, some of those folks is frowning on it. Maybe ain't quite as sharp as I am, and maybe as sharp as you are. So it depends on what you know and that kind of stuff. But I haven't had any trouble with it, and I hope everybody, hope the best for everyone.
Absolutely.
Difficult times.
It definitely is. Thank you for taking the time to call in.
Yeah.
All right, so that was interesting. We had somebody that had the nerve to call in and admit that he tops off R22 with NU22. It's not a good thing to do because you're mixing, two different PTs and all that, and but he's having success with it. This is our guy from Tyler, Texas. Hello, how you doing?
John.
Yeah.
This is Robert again from Texas. I spoke to you earlier about the MO99 and 407C.
Yes, sir.
I also wanted to make the comment. I'm not 100% positive. I'm 99.9% positive.
Okay.
That the EPA if you remember back when you took your exam,
Well, that's been a long time.
It's against the law. Yeah, it is against the law to blend refrigerant.
Oh, absolutely.
Now I know,
absolutely.
Yeah, DuPont, all those companies, all your blended refrigerants are blended from, the refrigeration company. But in your EPA, it is against federal law to blend two different refrigerants.
Absolutely. It is totally against the law to top off an R22 system with NU22 or 407C, or what. It doesn't matter which one it is. It's definitely legal.
It is illegal to mix, your own refrigerants.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to call back and make that comment. I heard that gentleman talking from Alabama that, mixes it. But yes, if, these guys need to, remember back to their EPA days. And I know for a lot of us, that's been years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
But it is actually, yes, it is illegal to blend your own refrigerant.
It absolutely is. That's a great point. Thank you for calling back, brother.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. So that's a great point that nobody said. I think somebody in the chat said it. It's illegal to do. You're not supposed to do it. Now, do people care about that? No, they don't. Look, guys, there's a guy here a company here, and I did a video on it a while back. Let's say he goes to somebody's house and their compressor's dead. They need a new condenser. Well, if he goes inside and sees that the evaporator is not made for 22, I'm sorry, for 410, if the PSI is not above 300 or it doesn't, it's one or two things has to happen for him. Either it has to say R22/R410A, or it has to say like 400 PSI, that it'll hold. That's the only way he'll do 410A. But if it's 300 or, 300 or below, or it doesn't say it'll hold 410A, he will go buy a 14 SEER condenser, and before he brazes it and all that, he will open the valves and let all the 410A out. He lets all the 410A out of the machine. He puts it in place. He cleans up the valves. He gets like he'll take a rag and clean, get all the oil off of them. And then he'll pipe his condenser in, braze it, vacuum it, and charge the system up with 407C. Let me say that again. This is a 14 SEER R410A condenser. Before he pipes it and brazes it, he just opens the valves and dumps the 410A out. Pipes his unit in, vacuums the whole system, including the brand new condenser, and charges it up with 407C. Well, later on, when he changes the air handler or the coil or the furnace in the coil, whatever it may be, instead of pumping it down, he dumps the 407C, vacuums the whole system again, and then charges it with 410A. So, yeah, there's a guy here that does that. So that's going above and beyond, mixing refrigerants and everything. This guy is actually changing the refrigerant of the unit because the compressor has POE oil in it. Now, I've been on some of those units, and they cool. Yeah, it works. The compressor will pump it, obviously, because no, he just dumps it out in the air. There's no way to catch it in the tank. The valves are open. So the compressor will pump it. That's not an issue. The issue is if you have pressure switches on your unit, they'll never work because of the pressure. Now, if you have a low pressure switch, you may have to bypass it. But if you have a high pressure switch, it'll never trip. It would have to get really dirty or something bad would have to happen. And then the internal relief valve inside the compressor will never trip. So, that's pretty ballsy right there. But we did have somebody come in here and admit that they top off R22 with NU22. So that was pretty bold of him to admit that he does it. Again, I've done it one time. once. And I did it with this refrigerant right here. And I'm going to, and I can't show you guys why, because it's not on their website anymore. They probably got in trouble. But, hold on one second. Nope. For some reason, it's not letting me share the screen. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to share the screen. I got a new computer, so a new MacBook. That was my Father's Day present from my wife. I got to go make some adjustments to be able to do that, it says in Google Chrome. So I won't be able to share the screen with you guys. But the only reason I did it one time at a relative's house, and I did it because, and the refrigerant, the nickname is RS44B. It's actually 453A. There's only one company that makes it, and that's Comstar. Again, it's RS44B. Better, but the technical refrigerant name is 453A. On their website, it doesn't anymore because they probably got caught hell for it, but it used to say, although it is illegal to mix refrigerants in the United States, we have been mixing RS44B with R22 in Europe for several years now because it's not illegal to mix refrigerants in Europe. And they've had great success with it. So a lot of people saw that, and it used to be in their flyer, like at the supply house when they first started selling it. It was in the flyer that you could top off 22 because it was illegal. But they did say it is illegal in the United States, but we've been doing it in Europe and having great success. And guys buy that stuff over here like crazy because they're topping it off. I did it one time at a relative's house. I had to try it. Now, as far as using the refrigerant, you know, taking all the 22 out and using it, it's a great refrigerant. It's very close to R22. But so I did it. I had to know. So I have an aunt that has a system that she cannot afford to replace, and every 2 to 3 years she needs about 2 to 3 pounds of gas. So it's a slow leak. And I did it 3 years ago with RS44B. I topped her off, and I every time I talk to her, I ask her how the unit's doing. She says it's cooling great. So it works. It's not something I do every day, and something I am not condoning it. I did it at a relative's house, and if it messed up the unit, I would have dropped her a new unit at no charge or whatever, because I have plenty of used ones. But it, you know, I tried it at a relative's house and it worked. So, okay. Anybody else want to call in? I've been on here for almost an hour, coming up on 50 minutes. If anybody else would like to call in. Oh, you know what? Has anybody out there used BlueOn? Because I would like to know what the big deal is. Somebody that has used BlueOn, that has experience with BlueOn, please call in right now. I've never used BlueOn. It's here, but it's expensive. It's over $600 a jug. So I would like to know what the big deal is about BlueOn, and why is it so much more damn expensive than the rest of the replacements. So if anybody has used BlueOn or has had experience with BlueOn, please call the number scrolling across the bottom of your screen. We just got it here not long ago, maybe a year ago, and Goodman's the only one carrying it. I mean, but I'm not going to buy it. It's more expensive than the other stuff. It's like $6.25 a jug plus tax. So I guess nobody out there has used MO99. BlueOn, at least if they have, they're too shy to call in. But I would love for somebody to call in that has used BlueOn. I would love to know about BlueOn. But or if anybody else wants to, we use no replacements. Hey, well, Cameron, call the number on the bottom of your screen. Let's have a conversation. please don't be shy. Call the number. Or Nicholas. Nicholas, y'all. Okay. All right. We got some. Maybe this is Cameron. Hello.
Hello.
Is this Cameron?
Yes.
Hey, Cameron, how you doing?
Good.
So no replacements, huh? Still buying R22.
Well, I'm up here in Massachusetts. 407C is almost $600 here.
Well, how much are you paying for a jug of 22?
Oh, a little over $1,000.
Hey, if you could do me a favor and turn your YouTube volume down in the background for me.
Yep, I just did.
Okay.
I knew it was bothering you.
So, how much are y'all paying for a jug of 22?
Jug of 22 is over $1,000 up here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's $1,500 here.
And 407C is $650.
Okay, but let me ask you this. What are you going to do when there is no more 22 to get?
Probably have to go to the 407C and
because I mean it's going to get
turn
to
around and charge the customer for it, because right now guys are charging for a pound for 407C. They're charging $150.
right. And how much are you charging? It sounds like you're self-employed. Am I correct?
Yep.
How much are you charging a pound for R22?
On which one?
How much do you charge a customer per pound for R22?
Oh, pretty close to $300.
Okay. And what about 410A?
410A, that's around $120.
Okay. Okay.
But it's up here, and a lot of the refrigerants that are coming in, because I talked to a lot of the guys in the supply house, what it is the cost of being so high up here is because transportation, because of the fuel costs and everything.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, hey, man, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Okay. No problem.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right. So he is still buying R22 and he's charging almost $300 a pound for it. So, that's interesting that he is still buying R22. I was going to buy a jug in springtime, one last time. But when they told me the price, I said, no, I guess it's over with. All right. We got another caller. Hello.
Hey, John, this is Cameron.
Okay. Well, see that other guy, I couldn't understand him. So this is Cameron.
This is Cameron.
Okay. And where are you from, Cameron? I've seen you in the chat quite a bit.
I'm from Southwest Florida.
Okay.
On the West Coast.
And you work for somebody, or are you self-employed?
I work for a small company.
Okay. And y'all
got trucks.
Okay. And y'all don't use any replacements. You still using R22?
No replacements. No, sir. Only R22.
So what are y'all charging a pound for R22?
We're actually really cheap on it. We're charging $90 a pound.
Wow. And y'all are paying how much for a jug of it?
We actually haven't bought any in a long time. My boss stocked up on it, so we've got loads of it out the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So we hadn't bought any in probably 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So has your boss said what's going to happen? I mean, because eventually that stock's going to run out and the supply houses are going to run out. Has he said what y'all are going to do after that?
We've talked about it a little bit. We've talked about maybe trying 407C.
Mm-hmm.
But
would y'all mix oil, the POE oil, and do it like it's supposed to be done, or just let it ride on top of the mineral?
Oh no, we would change the oil and the whatever the recommendations are. We go by the books.
Well, changing the oil, that would cost the customer a little too much, because you literally have to unbraze the compressor, take it out, dump it, and then rebraze it. What you can do is you can however many ounces of mineral oil is on the compressor tag, you can put about 20% of that.
Oh, I got you.
Of POE oil, and then put the 407C in.
Yeah, I'm not too informed on the replacement stuff because obviously I never used them. So
well, there's a lot of them where you don't even have to change the oil. There's 427A, There's RS44B. There's NU22. MO99 is a very popular one. So, yeah. So,
Yeah, we're still topping off 22, and most of the time we only top it off if we're going to change it.
Right.
Otherwise, we top it off and do a leak sealant and dye and try to fix a leak so it's not,
Gotcha.
a recurring problem.
Yeah.
But that's usually on systems that are not in terrible shape. Most of the time, if it's in pretty rough shape, we'll tell them, here's the facts. We'll top it off for you till we can get it changed out. We change it out and then we're good to go. But we're not doing any replacement refrigerants. It's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, but markets are different. Not every customer can afford to change out. You got those ones that say, look, I don't have to do this, but every year, every 2 to 2.5 years, I need a pound or two.
Yeah.
So basically, what most of the guys have been saying, I'm sure you've been watching, is they're removing the remaining charge of R22 and going back in with their choice of replacement. Oscar, I'd have to disagree with 427A is not better than 407C. You'd have to give me some proof on that. But yeah, I mean, if y'all got stockpiles of 22 and y'all are only charging 90 a pound, and y'all are doing it the right way, staying with 22 and trying to help the customer out, but not everybody is fortunate like your boss to have a stockpile of 22.
Yeah, we've had loads of people offer to buy it from us.
Oh, I'm sure.
We could make loads of money off of it, but we decided to hang on to it just for that reason, because we don't want to have to start doing the whole replacement refrigerant stuff. I don't know. Hopefully we'll start getting low on it. We might have to do some research and figure out what we're going to use, but until then, hopefully
I
don't have to use that much. I mean, it's pretty uncommon down here, to be honest. We don't really see much 22 left, only here and there. Most of it's 410A, because units don't last that long down here. They get changed out pretty frequently.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm definitely seeing more and more 410 systems. You're right. 22 systems. We're not running into them as much as you think we would. 410A is pretty much out there. But
exactly.
Yep. Okay, man. Well, look, thanks for the call in. I appreciate it.
Of course, I'd love to be on the show sometime, John. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, I'll keep that in mind, man. Text me your information.
All right. Thanks, John.
Okay. You have a good night. Well, his boss was smart and stockpiled R22. So I did get a text message. The guy didn't want to say it on air. I don't think he gave me his name. If he did, I'm not going to say it. He said, John, we're in Indiana. We've been topping off R22 with 422B, which is NU22, I believe. Have been for several years. Didn't want to say it on the air, but my customers don't have a lot of money and just trying to help them out. So it sounds like he's self-employed, and he's topping off R22 with NU22, which is 422B. There's a 422D out there. I tried 422D several years ago. I was not a fan of that refrigerant at all. So, all right, I'll take a maybe one more caller because I've been on here for almost an hour. Again, if there's anybody watching now that wasn't earlier, is there anybody out there that's used BlueOn, that knows about BlueOn, that can tell me what the big deal is about BlueOn? All right, we got another caller. Hopefully they know something about BlueOn. Hello.
Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is Chris from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Do you know anything about BlueOn?
I do not know anything about BlueOn, but I just wanted to call in anyway and talk about the 22 and 410A situation.
Absolutely. So Chris, are you self-employed or do you work for somebody?
No, I work for somebody. I work for a larger company in the city here.
Okay, so are y'all still using R22?
We are still using R22.
Okay, let me
trying to be sparing with it.
Yeah, let me cut you off. And before we get too far, and are y'all using it? Like, are y'all buying it, or do y'all have a stockpile of it?
We're buying it.
And how much is it a jug in Philadelphia?
About 1,400 a jug.
Yeah, it's 15 here. And what are y'all charging the customer per pound?
So we're currently a little over $200 a pound.
Okay.
For 22.
And what about 410? What are y'all charging the customer for that?
410, we're at a little over $100.
Okay, and what are y'all paying for it?
410, we're paying around 450 a jug.
Us too, 450 plus tax. Okay, and you said y'all are a little over 100 a pound on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I need to go up to at least $100 a pound over here. Probably on either refrigerant. Doesn't matter if it's a replacement or what. So y'all are currently not, do y'all use replacements or no?
So currently we do not use replacements. It's very, very rare. We've probably done it once or twice in the years that I've been here.
And which one did y'all use?
We did use 407C.
And was it because the compressor had POE or did it have mineral?
No, it had mineral. So I remember we ended up changing the oil out. I believe it was like 20% or so that we added some oil in.
Yeah, y'all didn't change it. Y'all added 20% of what the compressor said.
Yes.
And is that system that you know of still functioning today?
It is, to my knowledge. Yep.
And how long ago did y'all do that?
I want to say maybe year and a half, close to 2 years, maybe 2 summers ago.
Okay. To me, that's good enough. If it lasts that long, it's going to continue to last. Because if you were to mix it with, if you were to put 407C on straight mineral, I don't think it would last that long. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. And like I said, I personally don't have a lot of experience with it. And we generally try to steer people away from using 22. Like I said, we're very just trying to be very sparing of that 22 and steering people into the direction of replacement.
Absolutely. Well, hey man, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, man.
You have a good night. All right, so that's another company that's still using 22, but they have done a 407C conversion. I'm not answering. No caller ID. Sorry. Oscar, if I would like you to call in, I've been on for a little over an hour. I want you to be my last caller. I want to know, because I used 427A when I worked for somebody. It was okay. But I want to know why you think 407C, 427A is better than 407C. No caller ID, I'm not answering. Yeah, calling on his burner phone. Probably a troll that just wants to mess with me. Oscar with the Houston Astros logo. Dude, you can call all night. Doesn't bother me. I'm not answering. Oscar with the Houston Astros logo. I want you to call, and I want to know why you think 427A is better than 407C, because I have not found a better replacement than 407C. I did get a new chair. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace, actually. It's a gaming chair, and it's extremely comfortable. Thanks for noticing that. I did keep the old chair, though, just in case maybe one day somebody stops through Louisiana and we get on here and do a live stream, or sometimes my wife will come on here. Well, Raj, if that's Raj, why are you calling from no caller ID? Okay, let me clear something up about the Mexican capacitor comment on my video. I, in no way, shape, or form, was making fun of Mexican people. I was actually praising the Mexican capacitors. All I said was, let's see if this is a USA or a Mexican-made capacitor. That's all I said. the Mexican made capacitors have actually been really good to me. You know, knock on wood, I've had no issues with them. So there was no comment about Mexicans. I was just saying, I wonder if this is a USA Mars, jarred, whatever kind of capacitor it was, or if it's a Mexican one. That's it. A lot of y'all need to stop getting y'all's panties in a bunch. Well, I guess, okay, Raj, call in again. And as long as you're legit, I'll answer the phone. But if it's a troll, I'm just going to hang up. So, about BlueOn? Yeah, please, man. I'm okay. Here we go. Hello.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you what we do down here about the west side of Alabama.
Hey, Ted. Nice
what
try.
We putting in down there. I come out around there in the corner. We didn't have no more of that dadgum 22. I put propane in it. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is doing pretty good. And about 30 minutes later, the roof blowed off the trailer. That trailer landed right over there on top of the one next door and tore it up. They didn't tell us you ain't supposed to smoke when you putting that stuff in there. But you try that propane over there one of these days here, but it works pretty good. I go back watching you on TV, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, bye.
All right, then. All right. So for those of you that don't know Ted Cook, that was my good friend Ted Cook that was just having some fun. That was hilarious. All right. They hung up. I was going to take that call, but they hung up. If you want to call back, make it quick because I'm about to hop off of here. Yeah, Ted is hilarious. That was good. That was really good. So I guess that's one of Ted's fake screen names is Raj. Ted's got a bunch of fake ones. Propane. You know, he's right. You know, I've never heard of people doing it in their home air conditioning, but I do know a guy that charged his car AC with propane, which is stupid because if you get in a wreck. All right, we got somebody else. Well, we'll take this. This will be the last call. Hello. Got somebody else. We'll take this. This will be the last call.
What happened, Captain?
Hello. Got somebody else. Can you turn your volume down in the background? All right. Well, they hung up. So anyway, I couldn't understand. He said something. I couldn't hear what he said, but he probably just somebody being a troll. And plus I could hear the YouTube in the background. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. I think we're at 205 viewers right now. Well, that Houston, Texas number's calling again. All right. So hopefully this will be a legit one. I think we're at you're on the air. Right now. Well, that Houston, Texas.
Hey, how you doing, Israel?
All right. Can you turn your background volume down, please?
Yeah, everything's done already.
Who are we talking to?
This is Gali.
I'm sorry.
This is Gali from Houston.
Gotti. Okay.
Gali.
Oh, Gali. Okay. And you're from Houston.
Yeah, from Houston, man.
Okay.
Hey, I've been following you for a long time, and love your videos and everything. I see you are skinny face now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see losing weight. So
yeah.
You look great, man. You look great.
Appreciate that.
I have a quick question because I work in an apartment complex, and every time I've been using 427A.
Okay.
And it seems like 3 weeks ago I got sick and somebody else came to the property and ordered a unit, 407C.
Mm-hmm.
And they install it. And since day one, that unit start giving problems, So I don't know if I need to replace that or not because I always been using 427A, but I never used 407 because I never, kind of trusted.
Well, 407C is fantastic.
Yeah, and that's the reason. Maybe whoever installed, all the guy who installed it, maybe he did something wrong to it, but
well,
but I love to do it.
He probably didn't add any POE oil to it, and he's got the 407C straight on top of the mineral oil.
That's what he said that he did.
Oh, well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah.
You have to add some PO. You have to look on the compressor. If it's got however many ounces of mineral oil that it says it holds, you add 20% of POE oil to the system.
No wonder. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's having trouble.
Man, and it's kind of weird, because I even talked to one of the guys, sales rep, the big guys from the Century AC,
Mm-hmm.
and asked him about it, the way the other guy did, and he said, no, that's exactly the way you should do it. You should not add anything. I was like,
No,
it's kind of weird, so let
no.
me, start
You,
searching. So,
if you look on any documentation from 407C, it says
mhm.
that it has to be used with POE oil. Now,
Yeah,
now Honeywell, if you go to their website under 407C, it tells you that you can use it with a mineral oil system as long as you add a certain percentage of POE oil, and it's usually around 20% of whatever's in the compressor. You add
got
20,
it.
you add 20% POE and it will work. I've done it on several systems and they're still running.
Wow, man, that's
And
that's why I
then
called,
yeah, and then
because I mean,
we got a guy that called in earlier.
yeah,
He did one about 2 years ago and he said
yeah,
it's still running. So as long
man,
as
that's
you
awesome.
add that 20% of POE oil, you should be
Yeah,
fine. But
I just
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I disconnected the condenser unit and installed a 410A unit because I don't want to deal with that anymore. That
Right.
was like 3 days ago, and I just put them on the one of my shops, and
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for supposedly sales guy from Century. He said that he was going to replace the compressor. But what do you think I should do with the compressor? Should I clean it or run some kind of flush into it and reuse it?
You mean
What do
if
you think?
you mean if you get a new compressor?
No, I mean, yeah, he said that one is not good anymore because somebody came in and just put 427A on
Yeah,
there,
yeah, I
and
know, but you said something about you talking about running like some cleaner through the condenser once you replace the compressor?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like flush
No,
it, or something.
no, because you'll be fine. Your new compressor, I mean, you could blow it out with some nitrogen, some straight nitrogen, and
Okay.
you'll be fine. But once you get the new compressor is gonna have POE oil in it.
Oh, I have to add it, right?
No, the new all compressors. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter if it's an R22 replacement compressor or a
Mm-hmm.
410A. Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All compressors excuse me. All compressors are coming from the factory with POE oil in them already.
Okay.
So all you got
So,
to do is put the 407C in it.
okay, got it.
Yep. Hey man,
All right, man.
thanks for calling. I
No,
appreciate it.
thank you, Joel. Love you, Peter, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Oh,
Keep us busy watching it.
I'll do my best. You have a good night.
Appreciate it. Take care, man.
No, Ted, I am very aware that my daughter has been photobombing me. I can see her on my screen. I'm aware. She really wants to come in here really bad. I might let her come in here for a second and say hi. But she'll probably be too freaking shy to do it just because I would let her. Let me get her in here. Y'all hold on a second. Okay, she's coming. She said she wants to say, yes, I have 407C on my truck. Here she is. I made what confusing? Come over here on this side, baby. Come here. Okay, tell everybody your name.
My name is Anna.
And how old are you?
6 years old.
But
I'm about to turn 7.
when you turning 7?
August 23rd.
All right. So we got my little beautiful daughter here. She's 6 years old. She'll be 7 in like she said on August 23rd. Yeah, she is adorable. Thank you. Tell them what's been happening to you lately. Tell them.
I've been losing teeth.
And how many teeth have you lost recently?
3.
And you got some big money from the tooth fairy, didn't you?
I got 2 5s and 1 10.
2 5s and 1 10.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you saving up for?
For Claire's tomorrow.
For go to Claire's?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. All right. Well, you go back and see mommy, okay? Mwah. I love you.
Love you.
Tell everybody bye. Bye. All right. Well, I think that made her day too. She's been wanting to. That's why she's been poking through that door. That's my world right there. Her and my little boy. My little boy is autistic. So, did anybody ever say what I made confusing? Sam said I made something confusing. All right, one more call. Hello. All right, they hung up. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out of here for the night. Appreciate the comments on about my daughter and the comments about my appearance. I've lost quite a bit of weight. So I'm headed out. I've been on here for about an hour and 15 minutes. I had a blast, guys. The phone makes this so much more fun. I love some people calling in and discussing topics. If you guys like it, put a thumbs up in the chat and hit the thumbs up on this video. It'll really help it. So if you guys like the call-in stuff, that's what I really want to start doing. It just, to me, it's so much more fun that way. Well, Justin, I got to get out of here, man. I've been, I usually limit myself to an hour because, I do have a family, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I could sit on here for 3-4 hours, but I got a family, and well, the number's on the bottom of the screen, going across nonstop, but I'm not taking any more calls tonight because I'm getting off of here. Smash the like button on this video and keep putting them thumbs up emojis in the chat if y'all like the call-in stuff. This is really what I want to do. There's a lot of HVAC live shows, but I think, this is what I want to do just about every time I get on, is have people call in and discuss a topic with me. I absolutely enjoyed this tonight. I had a blast. Ted calling in as the hillbilly with the propane, that was great. So, well, man, I wasn't doing that many live streams, but my wife got me a brand new MacBook, the brand new, like the brand new MacBook Pro, the big 16-inch screen for Father's Day. She was going to buy me this microphone because she knows I've been wanting this microphone, but she couldn't remember what it was called or whatever. So she allowed me to get this too as a Father's Day gift. So I got the new mic, the new MacBook. I got the MacBook here. I got my second monitor here. And then I got this new mixer to take phone calls. And I absolutely love it. This is something I've been wanting to do. But yeah, I wanted to discuss BlueOn, but nobody called in that had any knowledge about BlueOn. And then we got one guy in the chat that keeps asking what the phone number is, and it's literally going right across the bottom of the freaking screen. So anyway, on the last stream, I had said the next video we were going to talk about, the new refrigerants, R32 and R454B, but this kind of clicked in my head today, so that's why I went with this. So on the next live stream, I promise, and we can include BlueOn in it, but we're going to talk about the new refrigerants. We're going to talk about 454B and R32, and if anybody has any knowledge on BlueOn, they can call in. When is the next live stream? I don't know. Just keep an eye. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you have the bell notification on. And no, I can't share the screen. Never mind. Well, hold on. I can do this though. Let's give me 1 second. You know, it might not share that video file. Nope, it won't let me share it. But anyway, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure you hit that bell. And you know how you can type a chat on YouTube now? It'll show up in your news feed or on your subscriber news feed. And I put a post early in the day that I'll be going live. I did it earlier. And I'm going to get this sharing the screen stuff fixed so that I can share the screen next time and show y'all some of this stuff. How often do I need a haircut? I shave my head pretty much every day in the shower. I don't even need shaving cream. I just get in the shower and, you know, you can go off a feel and I just grab the razor and I just, while, you know, as the water's running, I just pass it over my head and then pull up from the back and pass it every day. And that's how I keep it like that. That's the easiest way I found to do it. If not, if I let it go for a day or two, it prickles up and I got to use shaving cream and all that. So I just every day in the shower. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll do a truck tour. I will. I'm still doing some organization on my truck. There's some things I want to fix and all that. But when I get it exact, I mean, and I've had the topper for about a year now, but I have other ideas. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming in tonight. We got over 200 viewers tonight, which is fantastic. I appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody that called in. Every single one of you that called in, y'all are what makes this show possible, because I'm trying to do a call-in show at least once a week, maybe twice a week. I don't know if I'll do twice a week, but at least once a week. I got your text, Cameron. Thank you, brother. Guys, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Smash that like button before you get out of here. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. And I will post a post with a link of when I'm going to go live. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the support. And until the next one, thank you for watching.